Fourth Sunday Connection Point is a biography, a Christian individual who's made a tremendous impact, not only on the church, but on all the people that make up the church. This week it's Fanny Crosby. She was born in 1820. By the way, she penned over 9,000 hymns. Now, following an illness and a little bit of malpractice, she was actually blind starting at 6 weeks of age. Yet she never gave up. And by the way, she even said if she could have put in a request before she was born, she would have asked to have still been born blind because of the amazing opportunities that it gave her. She memorized the books of Moses, the Gospels, the Proverbs, and most of the Psalms. And I'm guessing actually all of them. She was probably just being humble. She's quoted to have said, "Do you know that if at birth I'd been able to make one petition, it would have been that I was still born blind. Because when I get to heaven, the first face that I shall ever see in my sight will be that of my Savior." Her hymns, with many tunes written by her husband, delighted people, including Congress and U.S. presidents and famous preachers. She was a personal friend of President Grover Cleveland. In fact, he served as the president of one of the institutes for the blind that she was part of. By the way, she was also the first woman to ever address Congress. She read a poem to the United States Senate. She died in 1915 with the blessed assurance, one of the hymns she wrote, of the love of her Savior. Hearing her story, may we celebrate Christ's healing of our own spiritual blindness, and through her words, may we find a familiar assurance as we journey through Holy Week. Oh, and by the way, she was actually related to Bing Crosby. Not only was she related through marriage to a Crosby, but she was also a Crosby through a slightly different line, but her and Bing were actually relatives. Some of the most beautiful words she penned were these: "Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. Heir of salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long." Thanks, Fanny. And thanks, Jesus, for giving her to us that she could inspire us.